in the kitchen, cooking up a roast of Vegemite on toast. Just you and me, a cup of tea. And later on we'll settle down and go out on the porch and watch the possums play. There's a Safeways up the corner and a Woolies down the street, and a brand new place they've opened up, but they regulate the heat. But I trade them all tomorrow for a little bush retreat with a kookaburras call. Give me a home among the gum trees with lots of plum trees, a sheep, a tuak, a kangaroo, a clothesline out the back, veranda out the front, and an old rocking chair.
Coming off that high, how's it going, guys?
Hello. Are we on? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that green bar. All right, we're back. Welcome to the WAM show on Radio Monash. I'm Cameron Allen, and my co-host here,
Stephen.
It's just Stephen. How's your morning?
It wasn't too bad, eh? Could be worse. Could be worse. Final lab of this year.
Final lab. I still have labs next week.
Are they really labs, though?
No, they're not.
Hey, look at this PDF on my laptop.
Yeah, that's what the lab basically is. We don't work with any chemicals of any kind.
Except maybe some like Adderall because you're an engineering student.
Just some Panadol.
Panadol, osteo.
Anyway, yeah, I already told you this morning. My morning is just full of dehydration. I left my water bottle at home. The thing is, like, I've taken great strides to finally get a water bottle. I spent most of the year up until last month just bringing Coles water bottles in.
I've been holding off as well. Like, I've been using a McDonald's water bottle for some reason. I don't even go to McDonald's.
No, I mean, I've been using Coles, like, those plastic bottles.
Yeah, no, I've one from like Macca's, like a plastic bottle.
Yeah, no, but I've been getting a new one every time.
A new one every time. You're the problem, mate. I'm calling the extinction, what are they called? Rebellion. And I'm giving them your address.
Sorry, because
have fun trying to get out of your driveway, mate.
I told my mom to stop buying them, but I'm the one that uses them the most.
I'll tell you a secret, right? How you get bottled water for free. Once you finish with it, you go to the tap and you put more water in it. No one knows any different.
That is shocking news.
That is extraordinary.
Consumer advice.
Consumer advice. Current affair calls up.
But yeah, last month I got like this Telstra bottle, and it's pretty cool. It's like steel and shit. Oh shit.
Did you steal it?
And it keeps the water cool, or it keeps it warm. You know, it works both ways. It's a great bottle. It's a shame it's at home today and I had to buy apple juice to substitute for water.
You're such a child, I swear.
And so I bought more plastic onto the streets. You're welcome. Extinction Rebellion.
Extinction Rebellion. Who's going to have the final laugh?
And, oh wow, you still got the Macca's bottle.
Yeah, I'm repping it for some reason. I should take the label off. It's embarrassing. Who actually buys water from McDonald's?
Why? Yeah, you
Me,
just
apparently,
buy Coke. Just buy Coke.
It's a pretty thick plastic bottle, so that's why I'm using it. Like, it's pretty sturdy.
It is, but is it though? I mean, once you reuse a plastic bottle enough times, it becomes like deformed and shit.
Nah, mate. How many? You don't even use the bottle more than once. Like, what do you know?
Yeah, true. I just use a new one every time.
The Coles ones don't last long because they're like made of really thin and made of recycled plastic.
But not only that, like the bottles are like midgets. They're like mini bottles. Have you seen them?
Oh, one of those like little like 300 milliliter ones.
Yeah.
So you're one of those guys.
Yeah, I bring those in.
Okay, that's a great way to start the last show of the year.
Don't we have one next week?
Nah, mate. Week 12 doesn't count.
You have a camp?
Doesn't count.
Doesn't count. What do you mean?
I don't have class on Wednesday. I'm not coming in.
Oh, wow. I'll get James to come in.
You can do that if you want. I make this show. It won't be the WAM show without me.
WAM show sequel.
GPA show.
The WAM show holiday edition. Yeah, it'll be without you.
That's actually what I'm down. Like
holiday special.
As long as I get a cut of the royalties, I'm happy.
Yeah. What else is going on? I don't know. What about last week? Did you enjoy the bus replacements?
Wasn't too bad actually. Like I got a few nice coaches on the way in. I got one like faux leather seats.
I saw what's it called? I made that Facebook post about bus replacements, and you got tagged in it.
Yeah, I know that hurt.
That's ironic. I saw that. I was like, yes, we got one of our own for once.
Got him. It's kind of like being rickrolled, but like by a meme page.
The page is so bad. I never post anything that's actually good. I only post whatever I
Cricket
think.
memes like every few months.
Whatever I think will get the most attention is what I post, and it's usually crap.
Yeah, but like that's what sells, you know.
Yeah, I only post what sells, never what feeds the soul.
Yeah, I know, right? You don't see everyone like owning like To Kill a Mockingjay. You see everyone reading the Hunger bloody games.
No, everyone's reading. People don't read anymore.
Footy. What is that footy? What's that footy book?
Specky McGee.
Specky McGee. That's what everyone's read, mate.
I don't think I've read it. Oh no, I have. I just don't remember it.
I don't remember it, but like I remember it being a thing. Do you remember those books which had like a bite out of the side?
Oh yeah, that was
The
a
books
trend.
were terrible, but like the bites just like really sold it for me.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. But those books are just, once you get in there, it's a real
Real slog.
it's a real disappointment.
Oh, I remember one of the people who wrote one of those books came into my primary school and started talking about it. The most boring speech ever. She was talking about, I started off, they're like, you have to cut it back down. There's too many words. So I cut it down and I'm like, you know what? Put some words back in. So I'll put some words back in.
I bet like when that came around and Andy Griffiths, or whatever his name is, like releasing new books and he talks to his management, it's like, why are we losing to these books with like
Bite books.
bite marks and how do we compete with this stuff? And like, I don't know.
How about we just like throw a book against the wall and step on it and then sell it?
Can you imagine Andy Griffiths made like pop-up books instead?
I'd be down, mate. Andy Griffith is a shit, man. Is he still going?
Oh, well, he doesn't illustrate. Terry Denton does, but
Yeah, but like, is he still going?
yeah, they write their crappy 13-story treehouse.
Just
Nah, the 13-story treehouse stuff, which was good at the start, and then they got too many flaws.
they actually got it to 13 stories. And it's just too many stories.
They got too many stories. Yeah, there's like 100. They're up to like 100 something story treehouse now.
Did they like skip one, or is it literally 130 books?
No, they go by 13s, I think.
So 13, 26.
26. So then I think it goes like that.
That's an
Yeah.
inefficient way. Like, okay.
But yeah, the first ones were pretty good. I guess they were good kids books. If you
Okay,
like,
here's a throwback. Captain Underpants.
nah, that was crap. I wouldn't read that even if I was a kid.
What do you mean? I read
Actually-
that. That shit was that was a bomb, man.
Actually, I read it if I didn't feel like reading. Like when I was like, oh, next week I don't feel like reading. I'll just read Captain Underpants. Look at the pictures.
Look at the pictures.
That doesn't count as
It
reading.
wasn't a good book. Like,
It's the power down.
it's been
book.
made into a movie though. Like, I was tempted to watch it for like a throwback, but like I never got around to it.
The book I look back at and I hate the most is Zach Power.
Oh, mate. I'm a secret agent. I'm 12.
Yeah,
Ooh.
like, oh god, that stuff makes you cringe.
Imagine
so
like
hard.
being like beat in like a evil organization by like a squeaker.
There's
Hey guys, I'm the secret agent Zach Powers. Oh.
Yeah, there's so many better secret agent books than
Yeah, like haven't you seen
Zach
like Dogs
Power.
vs Cats, the movie?
Dog vs Cats. Yeah.
Secret Agents.
That's an old movie. Yeah,
Yeah, that was amazing.
that was good. There's Underdog.
The dog was so. Oh my god, that was such a.
That was cringe.
What do you mean? It was an amazing movie. Shoe shine.
Shoeshine.
Imagine me called Shoe Shine.
I read Max Remy Super Spy for a bit. Did you ever read that?
Don't remember it by name.
I'm pretty sure it was a girl's book because the protagonist was a girl, but it was like Zach Power, similar premise, but it was just better. I don't know why. It's better for
I'll
some
take your
reason.
word,
There was
like-
like time travel and stuff. It was much better.
Is there a Palmer review in that somewhere?
Honestly, I'm not
It's
surprised
just
if
Super Agent review.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were eating Palmers on the side, but it was a good book. I like that one. And
Okay.
But whatever the author's putting out recently is garbage. The
What's the best book series you read when you were a kid?
best book series written that I read as a kid. I can't really think of it. I think Max Remy was pretty much like the star. I don't know if there's anything beneath that.
Oh, it was a pretty decent book, right? What was it called?
Oh,
Well, it's
above
like
it.
a Keys to the Kingdom series. Ever heard of it?
No.
Very niche.
I like the what's the day my bum went psycho by who was that?
Oh, I remember that.
Those were pretty good. I like those.
Wasn't it like a
And had an actual ass on the front cover. Like, how many books get through publishing these days with an actual ass on the cover?
Trump the art of the deal? I mean, his face does look a bit like an ass, you know.
If you look hard enough, anything looks like an ass.
Fair enough.
But yeah. What do you think, huh? Right now I'm reading Lord of the Rings.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you even have time? I don't have exams in a few weeks.
No, on the train, I'm up to like. I didn't know there was 2 books in one piece of meat, but apparently there is.
In what?
Like I was reading the book and I got to halfway and then it got to a page that said book 2.
Yeah, no, he split them into different books.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
all
like,
one.
okay, there's 2 books in here. That's
I think he wrote like 5
fantastic.
books, and then the publisher was like, "Oh, I reckon we sell it as a trilogy. It would sell better."
Which was good. I think that was a good idea. But yeah, I'm like 3/4 way through the first
one.
book.
Oh, how amazing is Boromir?
Boromir, who's that?
Is that like the weird one that goes skipping around the forest?
Oh yeah. No,
that
I don't
Boromir?
remember his name. It's like Tinkle Feet or some
Tinkle
crap.
feet. It's shoe shine.
But yeah, he's a real stoner. I read through that. I was like, this is wild.
He just like sings and like rhymes. Like
Yeah,
it's like the most fruity character I've
he's
ever
like
read.
he's a literal leprechaun.
Leprechaun.
Like whenever the hobbits are in trouble or whatever, they just like sing out to this.
No,
This
you
weird-
clearly haven't read the book right. He can't leave his domain.
Yeah, no, they were whenever they were in trouble in his domain.
He's never in trouble in the domain.
They were. They get stuck in crap.
Really?
They lose their donkeys or some crap, and he just comes and sings all the donkeys back or whatever.
I'll take your word for it.
But yeah, that was just the weirdest part. And he had some pretty good poems.
Yeah, like here's some beats, mate.
He had some good poems. I read this.
He should have become a rapper. Like he's just the Eminem of the Lord of the Rings.
I'm pretty sure Tolkien. I don't know what he does in his spare time. Does he just write poems? And he's like, I'm just gonna cram as many poems as I can in this book.
I'm pretty sure he helped write the Oxford Dictionary. It's a pretty funny story, right? His publisher was correcting his spelling and stuff.
Yeah.
And then he told them off because he's like, I actually wrote the dictionary. Stop correcting my writing.
Yeah, I read at the start of the book, like, you know how at the start of the book there's always like other people's opinions of the
Yeah.
book or like what happened, what
The
did he do
prelogue,
after
whatever.
the book or whatever. And all it talked about was how after he released the book, every time the book got released in a different country, they'd always make billion spelling mistakes or change.
Or change how they spell like Elvin or something.
Yeah, and then he'd go through the entire book and correct everything. And then he spent basically the rest of his life correcting his own book
That would suck, man.
because people kept changing things like elves to like an Americanized version.
Elves instead of elves.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, it was a kind of tragic way to start the book.
Yeah, but like he made bank though. Or
But-
did he actually? Is that one of those things where he became famous after he died, or like
Nah, I'm
it's
sure.
pretty popular straight up?
But he had a lot of like books that didn't do well, I think, like in the back. Like
Maybe.
we only know the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit, but like there's a few like other
Oh,
books
there's
he
like
has.
books about the lore of the Lord of the Rings,
yeah,
like the background.
yeah, there's that stuff, but
It's popular enough, but it's like not mainstream.
yeah,
It's because it's been made into a movie.
yeah, pretty much. But it's good. I want to get to the second book. The second book I think has like a red cover. I like
Thanks,
the look.
man.
I like the look of that. The first one has a green cover. I'm like,
What do you mean
yeah.
it's green? Are they like black with like a yellow?
No, my one has some art on the cover.
It must be a different
It's
edition to what I have.
Mine's it's an old edition.
Imagine having like one of the first editions of that book. You'll like make so much bank off it.
No, you just hold on to it until it's worth nothing
What?
eventually.
Yeah, okay.
Because no one will care for books.
You know what? You want to put on a song? I feel like we've been ranting about books too long, and I'm feeling like a nerd.
Yeah, fair dink.
What's on next? I'm not gonna play Motorcycle Bitch. I don't want to know what that is. How about the Downward Spiral by the 9 Inch Nails?
Go ahead.
Right, that was a terrible song. I don't know what was happening there.
That well, people on YouTube wouldn't have heard it.
I don't know. Like,
Never happened.
I'll explain it. It's like a bit of like twinkling kind of like keyboard. I don't know what it was. And then it was just a guy screaming for like 5 minutes, going ah.
It's basically
It's like some tribal music
sounds
stuff. I
like
don't know.
your morning routine.
What?
No, like an old guy trying to get out of bed with a screwed up back,
Oh,
just
me back.
screaming and a bunch of
Oh,
twinkling.
me back.
Ah. It's like the guy from Up
Up.
when they get stuck with their position in their back when they're about to like hit each other. Do you remember that scene? When the two old guys are at each other, but they can't hit each other because they got their back condition.
I feel like I don't want to get old.
I don't
Can we solve aging before I get old, please?
No,
Why not?
because we'll solve it right after you die. That would be most convenient.
Fair enough. All I have to do is outlive you.
Most convenient. Anyway, I don't know. Not much has been going on. I started what's it called? I started tutoring my brother in math as a joke from every Sunday, right?
Yeah.
But like I was using lollies as like rewards for submitting homework on time.
Mm-hmm.
But then I've run out of lollies, so I can't think of a new reward system.
Okay. Here's
so
what
I don't want to
here's
buy
what you
new
do.
lollies.
You punch him every time he doesn't submit it on time.
Genius. Nah, I can't be bothered. That takes too much energy. Too much effort, really, because you got to catch him first. And kids are like,
You do like the psychological play. Be like, I'm not going to punch you now, but in the next couple of days, I'm going to hit you really hard in the back of the head.
you all accumulate into one massive knockout.
It's just going to be like One Punch Man.
So yeah, I proposed a different thing. I thought maybe like a star system, right? Where 4 stars,
Wait, is this homework for the school or the homework you're setting?
homework I set.
But you won't study for your own exams.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough, though. Like, maybe I need to do that to you. I'll give you a star system.
Yeah.
All right? Every time you hand in
I need
homework on
a-
time, I'll give you a star.
I need a better incentive. Anyway, the stars don't do anything. Oh wait, they do eventually. Well, they're worth something.
If you get 5 stars, I won't punch you.
Yeah. Okay. You can do it for free. I don't need stars.
To punch you.
To not punch me.
All right.
So yeah, that's been going on. That's been going on for about 5 weeks. We've gone through 5 chapters of algebra.
Algebra. What? How old is your brother?
He's like 10.
10. He's already doing algebra.
Oh yeah. But it's easy as algebra. Like I just pulled out my year 8 outdated textbook and I'm like, okay, I'll just do this chapter here.
Why? Do you want him to do better than you did?
Yeah. Hopefully he doesn't go Tails Lakes. That's the dream.
That's what we hope. Maybe he'll get into one of those selection schools.
Yeah, don't want to go Tails Lakes.
You know what's crazy? Some schools, right, have some more special classes than we had, like, further classes.
Really?
Yeah, I was talking to a guy and they had 8 full classrooms doing special.
Imagine that.
And I think it was a public school too, like maybe a select one, but still. We only had like 4 people. 5, 6.
Boy would pull his hair out.
I have to
Of-
teach
of
more
his
than
head.
one class.
I have to teach more than 2 students at a time, while the other 2 do nothing and just sit there and have a nap.
Having that play on their phone.
Yeah.
Remember how pissed off he got when we started playing, what was it called? The Big Les show in class?
Well, we watched a animated Microsoft Paint movie for 1 hour in class. That was...
I'm kind of starting to realize why we didn't do too well at MVC.
Yeah, I look back and we just shat on our teachers for like 7 years.
It's just 7 years of constantly bullying teachers.
And then
Stockholm Syndrome.
And then we have the wow Pikachu face when all the teachers moved to different schools for like better jobs.
And then we didn't know anyone, so we just ignored them.
But the thing is, they're moving to different schools, but they're getting the same pay. So the only difference is they hate the workplace at Tails Lakes.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And that's us. That's our doing.
That's us. Are you really from a public school if you haven't made, like, your class hasn't made a teacher cry?
Oh yeah, we made Miss Saka like meditate and like stomp her feet and do like a...
Stomp her feet and meditate at the same time.
I don't know which one came first.
The stomping or the meditation.
Could have been the stomping after,
Oh.
before she tried to meditate.
What? You got her so upset. She's like, I want to stomp here for a bit,
No,
and
she
then I want to
got,
meditate.
she got mad because we were doing Rome. We're learning about Rome, and then I think like Muhammad or something kept like interrupting her, and then she made the whole class go silent, read the textbook as punishment, and then every few seconds like Jackson or Muhammad or like Dylan Flack would like yell out Brody mode, and then someone else would like reply Brody mode. And then yeah, she was so mad. And then those three got kicked out of my class. It was probably her doing.
There was this, who was it? It was like, it was Jesse or something, right? I literally
Jesse's girl.
spent an entire, it was Jackson, right? He spent an entire period laughing at the word Tupperware.
Did he go to your class?
Yeah, he was in my English class. He was laughing at the word Tupperware. And
Wait,
then someone,
was he in your English class or like in your actual class?
in my English class.
Like, were you in the space or something? Is that
No,
why?
no, this was like in year 10. Before I left.
Okay. He was still in school in year
Yeah.
10.
This is like the year before. And he was like laughing so much at the word Tupperware. And then just as he was like dying down from my laughter, someone brought up the fact that you can have Tupperware parties. And he like freaked out. I was laughing hysterically for like half an hour.
Did you have like Miss Millen or?
Oh no, we had that teacher who ditched.
I could imagine. Yeah, we had Miss Millen from like year 7 to 9, and we just liked her because like we kept taking the piss out of her really, and she was nice to us, but she was too nice to us, so we just took advantage of it for 3 years.
So boring.
Yeah, she was nice to us. She treated us like we were children, but when you treat kids too nicely, we take advantage of it.
That's
we do
why you
nothing.
don't need to do the star system. You need to do the backhand system.
Yeah, we do nothing.
Imagine being in schools in like what would be like 1700s, 1800s, and just being beaten every time you like mess up.
Wasn't there recently a country where they just banned slapping kids in schools? Just recently, I think it was like Scotland or something.
Scotland. I mean, I don't want to be Scotland because that would be under UK.
Yeah, it was some country.
I don't know.
Well, it must have been a big enough country to be on the news, obviously. Not some island somewhere.
Ireland.
Do
you reckon the word island comes from the word island?
I reckon it comes from the word the TV show Love Island.
Love Ireland.
Love Island.
I'd watch that. Hey, Mia. Just like imagine like Love Island, but everyone had an Irish accent and got wasted.
Do you think there's a Love Island Ireland edition?
I'd love to watch Love Island edition.
Love Island edition. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Yeah, anyway, where was I? Miss Millen. Anyway, we pushed her on. She doesn't usually teach year 10, but we pushed her on to teach year 10, but then we forgot that we wouldn't all be in the same class anyway.
Yeah.
So she went to teach year 10, and then she only got like the worst kids in our class, and then like randos from other classes, and then she just like...
That would have been me, actually, yeah.
And then she just like, wow, I hate my life.
This was a mistake.
God, I hate English.
It was calculated, but sure I'm not bad at math.
So I'm pretty sure after that she went back to teaching the underlings in year 7, 8, and 9.
You know, it was like a really big thing that like most teachers couldn't do basic maths.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Like, have you seen the primary school teachers? Like, what kind of degree do you need to be a primary school teacher, honestly? Like, you teach the kids nothing. It's like childcare.
You do need... In like places like Scandinavia, you need like a master's or whatever to become a teacher.
Yeah, but a primary school teacher?
In Australia, you just need a bachelorette.
I want to find out the wage of a primary school teacher. Dream job. Actually, no, terrible job. Kids are paying
To like shit themselves or something, and you have to clean it up.
Well, no, you always go for grade 6 because you know they're kind of competent.
Yeah, but then again, you know, like you remember in primary school when people throw up and I'll just get like sawdust and chuck it on, and like tell everyone to like stay away from it.
Hey.
Like when someone threw up on the carpet.
Oh, yeah.
It would just be like a sawdust stain for like the next week.
Yeah, that's a problem. I don't know. Kids just puke in the classes, don't they?
Oh my god, in primary school, right? This guy, right? He puked out diarrhea.
Wow.
Like he threw up brown stuff, and the entire like classroom smelled like shit.
Yeah, a lot of kids in primary school like to talk about how they like shit blood or some shit. I remember. I think it was like Mitchell Roberts. I don't remember him.
Mitchell
Roberts, Caleb, Raymond.
I don't know.
Spencer Brights, maybe, you know that?
I don't
group?
get that.
Oh, I
Doesn't
don't
make
know.
sense to
They
me.
used to talk a lot about shitting blood. I don't know why, but they love talking about shitting blood.
Good shit, blood. Everyone's wrong. I feel like this has been a great episode so far.
Oh yeah, should we put on music?
Nah, can't be bothered.
All right, just sing a song. Then.
Well, what else do we have? Let's move away from shitting blood.
Check the profile. I never found out my mailman's name. I didn't.
Oh yeah, I
haven't seen
remember that. That was a while ago.
I haven't got anything delivered. I'm too povo. I still haven't sent in my Centrelink documents. Probably gonna get cut soon.
Yeah,
Feels bad.
just counting the days until the Centrelink doesn't come in until you get that big MyGov email.
Till ScoMo comes
you
to
have
my
a new
door.
message in your Peter Dutton shows up.
No, what's his name? Barnaby Joyce comes to my door with like 3 kids in his arms and says, "Sorry, mate, we're not giving you that child support no more." Now I'm gonna go back and have another kid.
What? What is he talking about?
Barnaby Joyce.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Barnaby Joyce having like affairs and like kids with like different women and stuff.
But then again, he lived in Canberra though. There's not much else for him to be doing.
Yeah, honestly, to live in Canberra, you get driven mad.
Like all the roundabouts.
But they earn more money though in Canberra.
Yeah, but at the same time, you live in Canberra.
But the wages are higher.
Government contracts just overpay everyone.
Yeah, and Sydney, the wages are higher, but the cost of living is also higher. So I don't know. I guess it's fine here. Acceptable.
Acceptable mid-range.
You know, lemon grab wouldn't argue. Anyway, should put some music on. Really, I need time to think of something.
You're out of it. Yo.
Combine.
Morning.
I know it's
Welcome back.
Welcome to the last segment of the WAM show. One radio, one Ash, going once, going twice.
Going 3 times and no one's supported.
So to the man in the back. Anyway, what did you want to talk about? I forgot. Birthday adventure.
A little bit of a birthday zinger.
Birthday outing on Saturday, October the something.
I don't think the date's important.
I think it's the 5th actually, because I think your birthday was the 4th on a Friday.
Yeah, it could have been the 5th.
So,
it could have been the 5th.
So it was Saturday, the day after. We went out to the city, caught a bus replacement. Oh, how lovely.
Oh my god, do you remember those meth heads?
Oh yeah, we met some meth heads on the bus. We didn't meet them, we just observed them.
Well, I feel like I had a conversation with them, even though I didn't.
I kept staring at one of them on their neck. They had like a massive tattoo that said someone's name. I don't know what the name was. What was it?
Peter Dutton.
I don't know. And he had like a giant mum tattoo on his
Oh, they all looked on.
his
They
other
all
arm.
had like Jack Daniels bottles. And
Yeah.
I'm definitely not going to drink it because I weren't allowed on initially. And we promise we won't drink it.
Yeah, they had whole bottles of Jack Daniels. Can you actually drink one whole bottle by yourself?
It's like what?
What is the content
20
of those?
standard drinks maybe? You could if
Isn't that the type of drink that people take shots of?
you could if you want. It is a spirit, so you could. It burns though, so you wouldn't really want to shot it, but you can.
So you can't just drink it like a bloody iced tea.
I mean, you can try it. It is a spirit. It'll probably kill you. Might be able to do it.
We'll give it a shot after this show, no worries.
You probably need your stomach pumped if you did that. Me, I'll probably wake up in a ditch somewhere.
Stomach pumped? What? My stomach's going to collapse on me, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
That's how it works. Anyway, they spent the entire 40-minute trip talking about a stripper in Tasmania.
Did they?
And I was talking to some random guy they just met on the train, was showing pictures of this person from Tasmania.
I did not even notice that. I was just...
Oh, when she's in Tasmania, she's a good girl. But when she comes to Melbourne, she becomes a stripper and starts making some money. You know how it goes?
Oh, is she like this Summer of the 17th doll? She comes down to Melbourne to start making cash
It's
instead.
yeah. It's like the opposite way around.
Down from the cane fields to start
Cane
stripping
fields.
for money.
Oh, someone said, okay. Yeah, well, that was so annoying.
Those were some nice blokes.
I was talking to some random guy about it too. It was amazing.
Yeah, and we caught express from Sunshine to North Melbourne, and then when they got there, they didn't know if they had to get off the bus, even though every single person had gone off the
Do
bus.
we get off here or do we stay on?
Yeah, is there any
Is
bus
this
stops?
Footscray? What do you mean it's Footscray?
Did they say that?
Yeah, no, one of the guys is this Footscray?
Yeah. Did they not realize it was an express? Anyway, those guys.
Exciting.
Imagine being them actually. Getting your Centrelink payment and then going straight to Dan Murphy's
Jack
after.
Daniels. They didn't pay for. I guess they tried saving money by like not tapping on.
I mean, didn't those guys before we called the express bus like scanner thing?
Yeah, no, they walked around.
What do they do though? What do those scanners actually do?
They tap you on.
But we already tapped on when we got off the.
Well, the idea is they're trying to make some money back, so they tap you on.
But they should be compensating us for catching the bus.
Yeah, so that's why they probably stopped trying, but they did do it that one day.
I'm gonna go make a Facebook post about it.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay. What? There was a couple other Well, there's one other major event of that night.
Oh yeah.
Bit of controversy about this one.
Why were all those people on the train dressed up like?
Oh, there was like a spring racing carnival thing on.
I've never heard of it, but the whole train was full of them.
Yeah, and all wasted like bogans dressed up, and it was like, like throwing around grapes, passing them around, like, "Oh, you mate, can I get a grape?" And then like they'll pass a grape down, like four hands would touch it.
I don't remember the last time I ate a grape. Honestly,
I don't know, man.
when's the last time you ate a grape?
Within the month, probably.
You've eaten a grape within a month. I reckon last year probably I've eaten a grape.
Thanks for that little nugget.
I eat apples usually, bananas,
Apples.
Your standard white people fruit, the basics.
Well, what isn't a white people fruit?
I don't know, dragon fruit, all the...
Dragon fruit's pretty white.
No, it isn't.
Like, it's like one of those like hipster, like fit people white.
Nah.
Maybe like star fruit isn't white.
You'll find it in your Asian supermarket most likely.
I don't know. But yeah, so Cameron tried to kill someone on the train.
I didn't kill anyone. I believe that Khan fell through the crack on his own, and he can't believe it.
Our little friend, right? His little leg went through the hole between the train and the platform, and like his life flashed behind his eyes, and like the drunk people saw it happen, and they were laughing about it the entire trip into the city.
Yeah,
And
I really think he just can't accept the fact that he naturally fell through the
Nah,
crack.
mate, because like straight after that happened, I was walking too, and then you started pushing me like just as I was about to get on, and I nearly fell in the crack as well.
I didn't push. You
You
stopped.
did. You started pushing me. You just
No,
gave me
but
like a little nudge, like just slightly
The
sped
thing
up
is,
behind me.
He fell, and then you stopped suddenly, and I was still walking. So
No,
the thing
like
is,
after he got picked up and brought onto the train, I went to go on myself, and then you were there pushing me as well.
Yeah, but that's different because you weren't falling through the crack.
I
I was
nearly
trying to make
did.
space.
I nearly did.
Huh? Well, you should have.
If
But
I didn't see Khan fall down, right, I would have fallen down too with that little push, you cheeky bugger.
anyway, the thing is, Khan fell by himself,
Nah, mate, I reckon you did it.
and the only push you got was from me not knowing that you had stopped after he had
No, I
fallen.
was walking. I was just walking slowly onto the train, trying to make space, and then you give me a little nudge.
Anyway, he's fallen, and then the nudge came.
And then like a bunch of drunk people see it happen. It's like they make fun of him the entire trip.
Only on his exit and his entry.
No, the entire time they're like, "Oh, should we check on the poor guy? Oh, you did first aid. You did first aid. You want to check his legs out?" Oh.
Called the paramedics down here. Press the emergency button. Anyway, I stand by my case. If you want to go to court, you can.
I'll
But
take you there, mate.
we should go to CCTV footage.
I can find a law student or two and like get you wrecked.
Oh, do it. You won't.
Do I know any?
Do I?
I have one on Facebook.
No. No, I don't.
I got you, man.
I don't. But Tran might transfer to law and com. So that could
Tran.
be- yeah, Sarah Tran. She might transfer.
Is she doing law?
She's doing com.
Commerce sounds so boring, man.
No, it's alright. It's pretty chill. All you have to do is read the textbook and like, that's it.
So boring.
It's pretty lit. It's like psychology, really. All you're
Just
doing,
because you can pass a subject doesn't mean it's a good subject.
you read the text. It's like psych in high school. You just read the textbook, and then all you have to do is remember the book. Really, it's like
I
fun
didn't
facts.
do psych. I do real sciences.
Psych was like remembering a book of fun facts. Like the whole book was just about fun facts.
Fun facts.
Fun fact: dogs can be conditioned with lollies by a human being to do
Chocolate.
to do stuff. It's like, oh, cool, that was fun. Fun fact. Now it's in my head.
Apparently, right? Dogs, right? There was an experiment where they had 3 sets of dogs. One, every time the puppy went up to the lab people, they'd pat it. One, whenever the puppy would come up, they would kick it. and one whenever the puppy would come up, they would either kick it or pat it. So
Yeah.
guess which one went up to the lab people the most?
Oh, the one that got kicked.
The one who got kicked sometimes and then patted the other times.
Yeah.
How crazy is that? That's Stockholm syndrome.
I mean, not really. You have a positive consequence and you have a negative one.
Yeah, no, but like randomly,
they
you go
both
up to them. You can either you might get kicked, you might get patted, right?
Yeah, it's the same. You do a unit, you might pass or you might fail, but you still go do.
So that's like saying you do more units. Like you do 5 units, knowing that you're going to fail one of them.
We do 4 units, knowing that we're going to do badly in at least one of them.
Who does that? Engineering students.
Yeah. What? You don't do 4 units a sem?
Yeah, I do 4 units. I'm all like, I don't have like a write-off unit where I'm like, I want to do shit in that one as long as I do the rest.
But you know that physically, in Eng, like you're going to do shit in 1,
Nah, mate.
and you're probably going to do fine in like 3.
I feel like you're just trash.
No, not now, but in like your 3rd year or something.
3rd year, you only do. Doesn't 3rd year subjects take up 2 units?
I don't know how it works, but
Some do at least.
as the units get more difficult, you'd expect that 4 units is a bit much.
I think I'm doing immunology as a 2nd year subject.
What's that?
Immunology. It's in the
Oh,
name,
yeah.
mate.
What?
It's in the name.
Humanology.
Immunology.
Immune system
Yeah.
stuff.
I heard today, I don't know if it's true, that Melbourne has the most people who won Nobel Prizes for immunology.
And?
That's pretty exciting, huh? Melbourne's on the map for something besides math.
Go name one.
Um,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
yeah, you're right.
That's what I thought. Nobody cares, Steve.
Fair enough.
If I can't name one, then don't bother.
You don't know 3 of their albums.
I will never do research unless they paid me, which they will.
That's what they would do, you idiot.
But I'd never do it looking to like discover something or
What are
do
you
a
going to
good
discover
job.
from engineering? Oh, I found a new type of welding.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Oh.
What's the point? What's the point of research?
Can you even do research in engineering?
Research is a terrible gig. You can. There's research.
In science, you could. Like, it's a genuine pathway. I don't know about
Engineering is science. So, of course, there'll be research.
It's a bit different, though, you know.
It's still science,
All right.
by definition. Anyway, should we just close up shop, I reckon?
What time is it?
Want to go get a Palmer at that place
Nah.
next week? Oh, you're not here next week. Next sem.
Yeah, we'll get some Masha Palmer next sem.
Get that Palmer next
Palmer
sem.
review. We need the content for next semester.
I'm sure I'm going to eat a few Palmers before next sem. I'll probably eat like at least 12 Palmers before.
12 Palmers. You're gonna
Well,
bet that.
We have 3 months, so that's like...
4 Palmers a month.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah.
Palmers have you been eating a month leading up to this point?
I might try and make some at home, do some home cooking.
Does that really count, though? Like,
Yeah, I'll do some research as an engineer.
okay, here's an idea, right?
Palmer Engineering Club.
How about we have a Palmer competition, right? We'll both make a Palmer,
Yeah.
and we'll see which one's better, and we'll have a third-party judge.
We'll record it as well.
Yeah,
A real vid. Well, yeah, I challenge you to.
we'll do
I
it at
accept the
James's
challenge.
house because like
Oh.
it can't be at your house because you're Muslim.
Oh, yeah, I can't put ham on it. That's a shame. I mean, I hate
Wink,
ham.
wink.
Ham is disgusting.
ham is for infidels.
Anyway, like pork really is a low quality piece of meat, honestly.
It's pretty good.
Nah, it's crap.
Depends on the cut, I guess.
Compared to like beef or like chicken
Have you
or
had
lamb.
pork belly though? It's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's okay, but
Pork belly,
compared
bacon.
to like a quality piece of steak,
Have you ever had like leg ham? Like the proper stuff? That's so nice.
no. But compared to a good piece of steak,
I'll take steak over pork.
you
but,
always
like,
take a piece of good steak over
How do you have your
any
steak? How
piece
do
of
you
a
get
pig.
steak? Like, what's your cooking method?
what on the pan.
No, as in like, what level of cooking do you order your steak?
Oh, like medium rare, medium to well done usually.
Yeah, I've started ordering rare meat.
Yeah, it's not bad, but
Like one time, like I ordered medium rare and they undercooked it, and it was like all like undercooked, and it was like amazing.
yeah, they usually fuck
It
up.
tastes like a bit like jelly.
Oh, whoops, I swore. Swore. Huh?
It tastes like it's jellyish.
What medium rare?
No, like rare.
Rare.
Because it's
but-
like it doesn't cook, so it's like a bit jelly, like juicy.
But is it tougher? It is, isn't it?
Nah.
I thought it's
The
tougher.
more you cook it, the tougher it gets.
Not really. I thought it's pretty tough when it's rare.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah. It's juicy.
Nah, I think it's tough. It tastes like robbery and shit.
Nah. Maybe I don't know what you've been eating.
I prefer medium to well
You
done.
want to get rare for like a cheap cut of meat, but if you get an expensive one, rare's amazing.
I'll
Anyway,
take,
we'll end it
I'll
there,
take your
right?
word on it. Maybe I'll try a steak rare one day. The only time I had rare was at like Hog's Breath Cafe.
But when you ordered it, well done.
Basically, I ordered at the worst restaurant you could possibly
Hog's
order.
Breath is trash. There's only like one Hog's Breath outside of the country in like Victoria, and that's in Water Gardens.
It's garbage because like everything's frozen, and you can tell.
Yeah, it's terrible. Those curly fries are disgusting. Anyway, we'll call it there.
All right.
See you around, guys.